In a world that often thundered with the noise of argument and misunderstanding, Haiku Man, also known as Kenji, wandered, carrying nothing but examples of connection and unity written in ancient syllables. With a conical straw hat shadowing his time-worn face and noragi patterned like the rice fields of his home, he moved through the modern world as a gentle anachronism, a spirit from the 14th century resolved to heal the fractures of the 21st. Kenji had not always been the Haiku Man. Once he was simply Kenji Yamamoto, an unremarkable worker in the bustling city of Osaka, tied to the clattering din of rush-hour trains and neon-drenched evenings. His transformation began on a late autumn day amid the amber wash of falling leaves in the temple garden, where his grandfather, a retired poet, pondered the world's silence. "You see, Kenji," his grandfather had explained, pointing towards a wrinkled pond surface disturbed by a single koi. "Conflict stirs the water, but stillness reflects the sky." That afternoon, with the sun dipping low, the old man taught him the way of haiku, a framework that felt trivial at first, but soon revealed itself as profound. Each haiku was a distilled reflection, capturing essence, emotion, and universal truths in just 3 lines. Years passed, and the city around Kenji grew louder, its people more divided. He watched families, neighbors, even nations split over words and ideologies, each side increasingly shouting to drown out the other. The tipping point came when a riot erupted over a community dispute in his neighborhood. Fires burned, voices screamed, and amidst the smoke and chaos, Kenji saw 2 opposing faces, a young man and an old woman, each contorted with fury, yet reflecting a mutual fear of loss. That night, unable to sleep, Kenji penned a haiku. Cherry blossoms fall, in the same stormy winds blow. Roots hold the same earth. Come morning, clutching a makeshift sign bearing his haiku, Kenji stood at the riot's scarred epicenter. His appearance, bizarrely out of time, drew curious glances. He read aloud his haiku, his voice barely a whisper among the murmur of the crowd. Silence fell, as potent as the poem. People listened. Among them, the young man and the old woman from the night before looked at one another, really looked, and for a moment saw not an enemy, but another person afraid. From that day, Kenji wandered, adopting the identity of Haiku Man, clothed in garments that recalled the simpler, slower times of his ancestors. His life became a journey across cities and towns, wherever strife reared its ugly head. He never preached, he simply shared a haiku, weaving bridges with syllables. One evening, under the shifting glow of a street lamp in a troubled neighborhood known for its fractious divisions, Haiku Man found a group of hostile youths, each side inching toward a clash. Quietly, he stepped between them, unafraid, and spoke with the sincere belief of a man who had watched words soothe sharper edges. Mighty rivers meet. In their confluence they blend. Stronger flows advance. The youths, caught in the unexpected pause of poetry, hesitated. Questioning glances, initially coated with hostility, softened as the metaphor settled over them. A dialogue began, tentative at first, then growing in warmth. As years turned, Haiku Man's reputation grew, mythical in scope. He was said to appear wherever conflict burned, a figure both out of place and perfectly suited, his straw hat bobbing through angry mobs or political rallies, always leaving a trail of contemplative silence in his wake. But Kenji knew it wasn't him, but the way of the syllable that held the power. Haikus weren't just poems. They were mirrors reflecting common truths, showing people not just what they were fighting against, but what they were fighting for. Peace, understanding, a shared life on this singular planet. One crisp morning, by the peaceful hum of a mountain stream, he penned a haiku as a gentle breeze tugged at the edge of his jacket. Whispers in the wind carry seeds across the land, bloom where they are heard. Kenji, the haiku man, realized his time is passing. Now he wanders to find someone to whom he can pass the torch with poems seeding minds across generations. An eternal gardener of empathy, sowing understanding, one syllable at a time.